setting the standard for everybody else, and for my money he's head and shoulders above everybody else at the moment. And every time that he steps onto the match court, it's an event in itself. And we saw a great match in the semi-finals. Viktor Troicki couldn't have played any better, and a shame that his nerve failed him when it really mattered at the tail end of that deciding set. So it does show you that players can get close to Nadal, especially on a relatively quick hard court, but in order to do so you're going to have to play your very best tennis. And that's why it's so good for the game that Nadal is playing this well, because he's forcing all of the other players to try and do that every time they step out there onto court. But there's no question that this has been a stellar season for the Spaniard, and it continues to get even better.
Yes, he adds to titles won in Monte Carlo, that was a Masters 1000. Rome, another Masters 1000. Madrid, that was yet another Masters 1000 in the spring. Of course, he leads the way in terms of Masters 1000 titles won all time now with 18. Overtook Andre Agassi this year. And then he went on a tear at the Grand Slams. French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open, of course. And now another victory in Tokyo. A simply wonderful year. And it's been a great week for everyone involved with the tournament, really. Whenever you see Rafa Nadal's at the top, Rafael Nadal's name at the top of the draw sheet, you expect much, and for everyone involved here, for the fans who've packed themselves inside this wonderful Ariake Coliseum, for the organisers, for the tournament directors, Nadal has delivered this year. So we're just getting ready for the presentation ceremony. And first will be the runner-up, Gael Monfils. He's made lots of friends this week as well. Always enjoy watching the Frenchman. We had a taste of exactly the kind of tennis he can deliver today. And some fine rewards for the Frenchman as well this week. $121,600 he will head to Shanghai with. Seeded 15th next week at the Masters 1000 event in China. He'll play a qualifier in the first round. So it's a good week for him. Important he has success at these bigger events. He's going to push back into the top 10. He's peaked at number 9 once before in his career. Presented by Mr. Yasutaki, who is the executive director of Rakuten, the title sponsor of this tournament. Put on a wonderful show. It's a great event, this one. A wonderful venue, lots going on for the fans. They really try and involve the fans here. There's lots of on-court competitions, plenty of tennis to watch on the outside courts.
Now, Longines watch is given by Longines International Marketing Director, Mr. Carlos Capelli.
And Monfils will go home with a new watch as well, courtesy of Longines, one of the sponsors. Presented by the International Marketing Director of Longines, Mr. Capelli.
Congratulations.
Nice bonus.
それではお待たせいたしました。見事男子シングルス優勝いたしましたラファエル・ナダル選手です。
And the champion.
The champion is Rafael Nadal.
Yet another great week for the Spaniard. Continues to set the benchmark on the ATP World Tour. I'm sure he'll be delighted that he's won yet another title towards the end of the season as well. He wants to finish the season strongly.
「
the trophy presented by the Vice Chairman of the JTA, the Japan Tennis Association, and Tournament Director, Nao Kawate. And another piece of silverware for Rafa. Must be getting used to that feeling. Hoisting aloft trophies.
Now the prize money is given by Mr. Yasutake of Rakuten.
And now for the winner's check. Princely sum of just over $250,000. And it's the chairman of Rakuten once again, Mr. Yasutake, who will hand over the spoils.
続きまして南アフリカ航空日本地区支配人小野田豊様よりビジネスクラスペア往復航空券が贈られます。Now the business class air ticket is given by Mr. Onoda of South African Airways.
And Nadal will also benefit from a pair of South African Airways business class tickets, presented by Yutaka Onoda, the branch manager of South African Airlines in Japan. Of course, one of the sponsors of the ATP World Tour. Nadal has made it 19 titles for Spaniards this year on the ATP World Tour. Wonderful statistic. You have to go back to 1996 for that to be bettered. That year 20 were won by Americans, but of course David Ferrer has the chance to make it 20 for the Spanish this afternoon in Beijing. I'm sure there's a decent chance of the Spaniards winning even more this year.
I want to say well done again to Rafa because he won the tournament. Well done, Rafa.
まずナダル選手おめでとうございます。また新たなタイトルを獲得されました。
Then first I want to thank the crowd because they were very good with me this week, so thank you very much. And I love Japan, so thank you.
Popular everywhere he goes, Gael Monfils. We've loved watching him this week.
And then I want to thank also the ATP, the organization, the sponsor by the tournament. I mean, it's a great tournament. I love to come here. I mean, the facility is great, so thank you guys to make this tournament that beautiful.
That's a big wins this week, Monfils. Goes Soeda in the first round, Andreas Seppi second round, that win over Roddick in the quarters. He's the top 10 player. And then impressive against Radek Stepanek yesterday, just wasn't quite good enough today.
And to finish, I would like to thank my team, thank my coach, thanks Rog. I mean, we have a great week, another win, but next time we will beat